You certainly took your time. The invention of apology does not legitimize failure. Let us get down to business without further ado. It is my understanding that you need some kind of evidence against your opponent to be used in your Senate. Something to prove the existence of his business relations with my husband. Fortunately, my husband keeps thorough records of all such dealings. Ptolemy keeps all ledgers detailing his business transactions in his palace in Alexandria. We shall pay a visit to my dear husband. It might be beneficial for you to make his acquaintance, don't you think? War is not simply a matter of swords and shields. Surely an illustrious leader such as you would know this. A war is best won without spilling any blood. That's not a problem. The people of Egypt will not prevent us from traveling. And my husband is probably looking for a reason to talk to me. Splendid. I have already informed Ptolemy about our impending arrival. Let us quickly be on our way. This could give us an opportunity to end this war. I get the feeling Ptolemy is willing to parley. You must trust me. It is safer to travel separately. We shall meet in Alexandria. There you are. Well done. I have just arrived myself. Let us enter.
One moment. We need a solid plan before we go in.
I'm pretty sure the Legatus has a plan.
If I may provide one piece of advice, do not seem too friendly with Cleopatra. She and Ptolemy are already at war. If they sense how close your alliance is, the Pharaoh may find it prudent to have her executed.
You should invent a reason for our absence, but let us refrain from starting a fight we can't win. The palace is full of guards.
May Serapis bless this meeting of peace.
Welcome to Alexandria. We've been expecting your arrival. I hope you will like the accommodations.
You dare address this Roman instead of your rightful queen?
Forgive me, but she is not my queen.
Do my ears deceive me? Is this simpleton still talking to you? If you are jesting, it is in poor taste. If you say so. Charmian, dispose of this human excrement. There. I'm all lightened up.
The Roman delegation has arrived. Inform the cooks.
Welcome to Alexandria, honored Romans. May Ra's light shine upon you.
This is unacceptable. I need access to the library so I can continue my work.
Under no circumstances may the accountant be disturbed. Pharaoh's orders.
But I have a duty to continue the chronicle.
There's nothing I can do.
I'm going! Stop chasing me, by the goddess!
You're lucky the Pharaoh didn't have you executed, idiot girl.
Wow, rude! You want me to call down a curse of Ubasti upon you? Because I've just about had it with you people!
You can't curse me.
Try me, you'll see.
Just go home. The Pharaoh is expecting important guests.
It seems not. He's intent on going through with this ludicrous festival. Oh, it's going to cause so much trouble.
My husband is throwing a festival. How unlike him.
I don't know who your husband is. The Pharaoh wants a festival of Serapis in Memphis. Oh, Basti will be so angry, not to mention everyone else.
Indeed. My husband, the Pharaoh.
Your husband, the Pharaoh? That means you are... Oh! Forgive me, Your Majesty! I didn't recognize you!
Continue.
I'll continue. Well, I waited here a month to get this audience and then... Oh, they were all counting on me back home, and I blew it. I guess?
We're looking for a place where books and ledgers are kept. Do you know it?
The library? It's the building, right over there. Good luck in there. I'm going to go find a corner to cry in.
You are a mess, girl. I will sit with you.
All right. Thank you. Do you like cats?
You are in the presence of Ptolemaeus Theos Philopator, he who rules over land and sea, this world and the other world, of the dead and of the living. He who is the face of the sun and the will of the Nile.
Hello, husband. You look particularly pathetic today.
It is always good to see you, honored wife.
It is customary to greet a foreign ruler with a bow. Watch your tone! You are surrounded!
Excuse Marcellus. He's sworn to protect me with his life and occasionally gets overexcited.
Yet again, you Romans prove to be an endless source of amusement.
Well, I think we are all sufficiently acquainted, so shall we begin?
Very well. There seems to be a lot of animosity between the different parties in this meeting. This kind of thing serves no one. Let us talk. I am sure we can reach a meaningful and satisfactory solution to our conflict. I am merely an advisor to His Majesty, here to protect Rome's trade routes. Legion? By Minoa, of course not. Marcellus and his men are here for my own protection. They are my Praetorian Guard. There seems to be a minor disagreement between a husband and his wife. You seem to be taking sides. Ill-advised, in my opinion, but I'm sure there's nothing I can do to dissuade you. Marcellus, take Hortensius and help them. But do as you're told.
This is inconvenient. We need to find those documents, but we can't do it with Lōkō's men hanging around.
They don't look formidable. I think we can kill both of them easily.
I'd be really happy if we could get rid of them without leaving behind more corpses. Calida, you're good at talking to people. Invent a reason for at least two of us to leave. Or be less charming, maybe, so I can send you away to find those ledgers.
It is a shame Magistar was needed in the throne room.
What a waste. Poor kid's only crime was coming to Egypt. This dead man with a face like a donkey's ass. Do you think he was our friend? Are you trying to seduce me? I guess we'll figure it out as we go. Why don't you go and rest a bit, Aquilinus? Your girl and I can take care of this.
Fine by me. Our legs do need a bit of a rest, don't they, Bestia?
My legs are strong, but some rest would do them good, Prime. Let us go.
Now that the unpleasantries are out of the way, I assume we may finally discuss business.
Does this mean you have a better offer? You've got our attention.
Despite possessing endless wisdom, His Majesty is not used to dealing with Romans, especially not those with no position in the Senate. Let us slow down and clear some things up first.
I've traveled all this way so I can talk to my husband. I have absolutely no intention of watching two arrogant Romans exchange thinly veiled insults.
An advisory role to His Majesty, primarily protecting Roman interests. One's profit doesn't always cause the other's loss. The best business arrangements are reached when both parties benefit. Enemy is such a strong word. Egypt is a loyal ally of Rome, currently experiencing some civil disorder. Diplomatic channels remain open, as you can see.
A peace treaty? Are we at war? In my experience, soldiers often die. Your proconsul should have been careful. We do understand your anguish, but starting a war would be a bit of an overreaction. Don't you think? Perhaps. Let us first hear what you have to say.
Will you continue gossiping like old fishwives, or will we get to discuss terms finally?
All right. Depending on Kalida's ability to keep them busy, I'd say we have enough time. I just wish we had Cinerus with us now. I'm actually not good at this kind of operation. Any ideas, Tebat? That is an excellent backup plan, in case absolutely nothing else works. It's locked. Any ideas for getting in there? Great. You think that will open the door?
Let me walk.
Looks like they're renovating. All right, all right. Looks like they're renovating here. I don't like where this is going. Looks like they're... Has inspiration struck yet? I did. But we are too big to squeeze through. Kalida might have fit through, but she's busy with locos. Take this seriously, please. Just because she reveres cats, that doesn't mean that she has some kind of mystical control over them. And then an entire regiment of guards will jump on us. Thank you.
So he finally granted an audience to that strange priestess.
He did. I doubt she'll leave that.
Are you aiming to fashion some kind of tool out of that? Now, what are you going to do with this? Looks like they're guess inspiration...
Do not wander off. You are in the palace of the most divine Pharaoh of Egypt, and you will be
What do you need, warrior? She's been telling me about her religion. It is certainly unusual.
This is said by a woman who worships cats, mind you.
I don't mean to be rude. Thank you for sitting with me. A cat's unseen unless she needs to be seen. Look around. Cats are everywhere. Find them and they shall help you.
Where did that cat come from? I didn't see that before. You found another cat. What are you up to, bestia? Stop collecting pets and work on getting through that door instead.
What are you doing? I don't think this is thinking at all. Trapping a cloud of poor cats inside the library.
Who's unleashing this hurricane of cats upon the library? I'm trying to work in here, you know.
Never mind.
So you want a permanent solution to our disagreement? Intriguing, we must admit. Let us hear your proposal.
My proposal is quite simple, darling. You shall cease your attack, and I shall assume my rightful place on the throne.
Ridiculous, as always. And when you sit on this throne, what should we do, we wonder? We do have an arrangement. Why would we stop that? Isn't that arrangement beneficial for Rome as well?
If I may interject, Your Radiance, it really is difficult for the legatus to understand such subtleties of commerce. Soldiers are single-minded people with a clarity of vision that can blind them to nuance. Perhaps. Yet I believe no one can claim to be an expert on warfare. The winds of Fortuna are fickle.
You're doing well, Domina. I don't believe they suspect the nature of your alliance.
Well, I believe the best course here would be to arrange some sort of co-rule, granting both parties equal power.
Equal?
Indeed. That way, everyone's happy, and Rome continues to benefit from our trade deal. They might. As far as Rome is concerned, that is an acceptable outcome.
We have questioned the witnesses in the garden. The guard was killed by one of the Queen's servants.
That is fantastic, Marcellus. But if you're here, where's the rest of our visiting party?
They are relaxing outside. I thought.
You thought? Why do you keep trying to do things you're not good at? Why did you leave a potentially dangerous group of people free to roam these halls?
With all due respect, Senator, you are overreacting. There are royal guards posted all around. It's not like they will set the palace on fire.
Oh, hello. I don't think you belong in here. I don't know if someone like you would understand. I keep track of numbers. I don't work for the senator. I am the record keeper for the trade between the Pharaoh and Rome. I'm going to have to insist you leave at once, or I'll call the guards. There are no ledgers. Please believe me, I keep all the numbers in my head. I didn't mean to do anything illegal, but the Pharaoh said he would have me executed if I tried to leave. I don't think he did. The proconsul's death brought a lot of attention to his schemes. I think the Pharaoh overreacted. I was made to write that for the man who leads VIXI. He wanted a list, but I made it as hard to decipher as I could. VIXI, they call themselves. I just know that they are thugs employed by the senator. There are 1,298 of them, according to the latest payroll. I just know him as the Great Shadow. To my knowledge, no one has ever seen his face. By Saturnus! I'm not allowed to leave. The guards will kill us both. I will testify. I will do whatever you want. Just come back for me when it's safe. I will, I swear it. Just please come soon.
Your Majesty, a massive clouder is invading the palace. It's a sign from Ubasde.
What kind of a simpleton are you? Do you think this requires your Pharaoh's attention? Corvinus, go see what's happening.
I wonder if this has anything to do with that priestess we passed on the way in.
Evidently, the place is falling apart under your incompetent rule.
Speaking of foolishness, it is unwise to insult the regent of a great nation in his own throne room. What's your endgame here, Legate?
Conquer? We thought this was intended to be a peaceful discussion. And live under your rule in our own lands? Never. Your Majesty, the cats know no end. The palace is being invaded by otherworldly forces. That sounds like an ill omen. This meeting is adjourned. Let us evacuate at once.
That was an interesting experience.
I had a great idea involving cats.
Not exactly. It turns out there are no written records. But we have a witness instead, Tranquillus, the man who keeps records for Lᴜᴅ and the Pharaoh.
He believes Ptolemy was behind Lucullus's death, so that's no use to us.
Although it does mean our casus belli was sound, which is a great relief. Additionally, he confirmed that Lᴜᴅ is stealing tax money from Rome, and he is willing to testify before the Senate. It seems we need to find a way to extract Tranquillus. That may mean invading Alexandria and capturing this palace, though.
As long as you save him after taking Ptolemy's head. Come, let us leave. The next time we are here, this palace will be mine.
Not my place to send for you, but I will not let propriety stand in the way of what needs to be done. The matter I contact you about should be of great interest to you. Our great immortal Pharaoh has organized a festival in Memphis to rally support. He intends to legitimize his rule by the approval of Serapis himself. The old temples are restless. If you fail to act, there is no doubt this will be perceived as a victory for the Pharaoh, and thousands may enlist to his defense. Equally, this presents an opportunity for you. foil his plans, and the Pharaoh will be exposed as an ineffective leader who does not have the favor of even his own dynasty's gods. Please meet me in my temple in Memphis as soon as you are able, and I will tell you of my idea. You will not regret it. May Ubasti favor you with a multitude of lives. Raya.